Well, hello, and thank you so much for joining us today for the Daily Dose. My name is Spencer Osborn, and I have the privilege of being the pastor of the high school ministry at the Fallbrook campus. And here's a question that I want to dive into today. What should our interactions with people look like as ambassadors of Jesus? Peter actually talks about both apologetics and cultural engagement in 1 Peter chapter 3, the chapter where we find that famous apologetics memory verse. Here's what it says in verse 15 of chapter 3. He says, "But in your hearts revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have. But do this with gentleness and respect." We need to know what we believe and be prepared to respectfully explain our faith and the hope that we have in Jesus. This instruction from Peter, it emphasizes the importance of both understanding our faith deeply and sharing it thoughtfully. Peter says this because our faith isn't just about philosophical ideas, it's about hope. And what is this hope about? It's about how people can discover a loving relationship with an almighty creator. But this isn't simply about a proper understanding of God's word, it's about proper application of God's word. Because when we abide in Him and submit to His word, it's going to make our lives look different. And we should look different. We should look different from the world in the way that we interact with one another, in the language that we use, the words that we use, the way that we love and serve one another. We shouldn't be living differently in a way that's off-putting, but simply different in a way that causes people to ask the question, why? Picture it this way. Imagine you're a lighthouse keeper. Your job as a lighthouse keeper isn't to chase ships down or argue with sailors. Instead, you simply tend to the light, keeping it bright, steady, and visible to all, so that when storms roll in or darkness falls, the ships out at sea know where safety is. People might not come asking about your faith when things are calm, but when life gets dark or uncertain, they'll notice the steadiness of your hope. That is when they'll want to know why your light still shines. So be ready, not with loud answers, but with lived truth and loving words. In our daily interactions, let us embody the hope that we hold, being prepared to share its reason when asked. May our words be seasoned with grace, reflecting the love and truth of Christ to all. May that be an encouragement to us so that we can be an encouragement to others. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Thanks for joining us on the Daily Dose. We would love to be able to get you more content. Put in the comments below what other topics you'd like us to cover. Thanks for joining us. Remember, like and subscribe.